Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of eXp Commercial Explained. My name is Lindy McNeese. I'm the Growth Operations Manager here, and I'm alongside Dr. Bill Nieves, who is our Senior Principal Broker. He's a Utah Designated Managing Broker. He's all things commercial. He's been here with me from the beginning, so super excited to get to do this with him today. And our special guest is Sheryl Vazquez. She is out of North Carolina. We're super excited to get to talk to you about your journey, what has gotten you into commercial real estate, and all the like. So Sheryl, thank you so much for coming today, and we're super
Thank you for
excited to
having
have you
me.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm excited to
absolutely.
be here. I've been looking forward to this. It's so good to
Nice.
see you guys again.
Yeah,
Um,
great. Well, tell us a little bit about you. Tell us what you did before you ever got into real estate, and then what made you change that direction and get you going here.
yeah, and I think that's helpful to know for people who are trying to choose asset classes, right? And so the stepping stones in my life have brought me to where I focus my attention on my asset classes in commercial. So my background is 30 years in restaurants, bars, hospitality, right? And so when I said, gosh, I can't do this forever, I'm either going to own a place or I'm going to figure something else out. So I said, I did feng shui. I took feng shui many years ago. So I'm a feng shui consultant as well. And a lot of people don't know that about me. But I love going into other people's spaces, looking at their homes, finding out how the energy flows and working with all of that. And I said, I think I would really like real estate. And so I got into real estate. And of course, it's so easy to fall into residential. And my goal has always been commercial because I really enjoyed working with investors and I love math. And so I was with two other firms previously and always stated, I really want to get into commercial real estate and yeah, and kind of, put me off. Well, when eXp Commercial came around, I had a friend who was with eXp Commercial and I was just grilling her. What's it all about? What's going on? And it was about the training for me. And so the fact that eXp Commercial offers really, really good training and the collaboration I was sold. So never mind rev share and stock options, done. So I was with my previous firm for 1 year and I said, I really haven't grown much in this year. So let me see what's going on over here. So I jumped over to eXp Commercial. In that, I found business brokerage. Never knew what that was before, but again, it deals with math, and I was all over it. So my asset class, I do a lot of restaurant and retail space, and I just fell into it, love it, and the leads just come from the residential side when they don't really know what business brokerage is. They don't know a whole lot about how leases work in commercial. And so when they're looking for somebody in the Raleigh-Durham area, hey, yeah, I just jump right in there and I'm happy to work with them, teach them what I know, kind of pull them through the door if that's the way they want to go, and just kind of help them understand how I got here and how they too can get here if that's what they want to do.
Yeah, and Sheryl, one of the things that has really stood out about you to me is one of the things that we always say is you have to really plug in here. This is 100% virtual company, right? It's a virtual brokerage. And in an effort to really be involved and to do well and to succeed, you have to plug into everything. And that's something that Dr. Bill and I were just talking to you about a little bit ago before we got
Yeah.
started here today, that we see you everywhere. And if you're not everywhere, you're not going to succeed, right? And so,
Yeah.
you know, also knowing that when you came here in when you first joined us, you were a junior agent really in the commercial world. So you took our program. Back then it was called Accelerate Program. It was led by Dr. Bill. Since then we've revamped it. So that just kind of shows you how long you've been here, which we love that so much, right? But having him as an instructor, being able to move through that, Talk about what that program was like, what it did for you, and how, it helped you just kind of get to the point of where you are today.
Yeah, so you had two teachers, and Dr. Bell was one of them. And, it's good I think it's good for the class to learn from multiple teachers, and understand what their asset class is, what their experience is, because sometimes it varies. And in commercial, in real estate in general, no two transactions are the same, so no two asset classes are the same. So there's different things to learn. And like I mentioned to you right before, it's, you had homework to do. So you drive to an industrial building, go find one, take a picture of it, figure it out online, look up the PIN number, figure out who the owners are. And, then you can reach out to people, and this is how you do marketing, and this is how you get in touch with them. And these are the scripts that you want to use. And, so all of that is very key in who you will become as a really good commercial broker, reaching out to people, always networking, always showing up, always being present, and so I mean, sometimes it might be a tough day. And my daughter has always said, even if you don't want to go, go. You never know, and then you come home and you're like, I'm so glad I went, I met this really cool person. And, so I always just kind of remember that, like, just go. And I'll drive to Charlotte, which is a couple of hours away, and Leah Parker's down there, so she runs events, and I'll go down there and meet for coffee beforehand, and then we go to the event. And so I make my connections as many places as I can. And then I have other brokers that are saying, Sheryl, how come every time you're on these meetings, everybody goes, oh, hey, Sheryl? Like, because I show up, you have to show up. And so I'm sending other brokers like, this invite, did you see this one? This is to the business brokers meeting, let's get in there and do this, so I try to like bring everybody with me too.
I love that, Sheryl. And again, you're plugged in. Everybody sees you everywhere. It gets your face out there. One of the other things here, we do have another company under eXp World Holdings, which is eXp Realty. eXp Realty, they can't do business brokering, which is like you said, you get tons of leads and referrals from them because they're not allowed to do it. We can here at eXp Commercial. Dr. Bill, I know that you have plenty of questions for Sheryl, so I'm going to let you take the next one. But
Sure.
knowing, what she's been through, you were with her from the very beginning, right? Because
Day
you were her
one.
instructor, and so talk to her about what her path, looks like now and what your
Yeah.
questions are you have for her.
Well, sure. I've known you now from day one, what, 2.5 years, roughly? I think in 21 you were in the
Yep,
academy.
that's right.
Cheryl was a student that asked a lot of questions, right? Raised her hand, participated. And when it came to homework, you were out there. Just like you said, going, visiting the buildings and doing your due diligence, underwriting, practice, just practice, 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 right? You
Mhm.
became the stellar student. Then she graduated, and here you are. So now today, 2.5 years forward, I see you everywhere. Just like you said, plugging in is instrumental. We're a tech company, we're virtual. You plug in, you're in every chat group, you're involved in the workplace discussions, which is instrumental. And like you said, referrals come
Yeah.
to you because you're engaging, which
Mhm.
is very instrumental. So you graduated from the academy, you're a stellar student. Now your book of business is flowing, you're doing a stellar job. Can you explain how eXp's technology and tool stack helped you enhance your business model?
Yes, I definitely can speak to that.
Okay.
I work from home, a lot of us do. Um, but I have everything that I need right here at my desk. So, I have transaction coordinator, and I can upload all the documents I need right here on my computer. I can upload all of them, send them out for signatures. I can look for lease listings, sale listings. I can create marketing brochures. I can work my CRMs. Everything is just online that I need. Um, but we also can meet in person, right? And so we have access to Regis offices, and I signed up immediately for that. and whoever is signed on underneath me with my downline. And if they need, some, even if they're on the residential side and you need some kind of coaching or you want to just meet up and kind of collaborate, I hold groups where, we'll either go into the world and we'll have a little group conversation and what do you want to talk about and where do you need to grow and what are you struggling with? Or we'll do that at a Regis, and we'll just kind of bring your laptops. Let's head over to the Regis and everybody's invited. I've had people there who are not with eXp and you want to come over and kind of see what we're doing. Well, let's talk about it. And where do you need help and where do you need to grow? So
Yeah,
that's what I
I
like
love
to
that.
do. But
Yeah.
instrumental, that I mean, the online technology is just, I could not work without it.
Right. Yeah. And you're plugged in real life. Just like you said, the Regis Centers are wonderful because it's nice to put, a contact in front of you instead of virtual or Zoom. Some people like to have personal contact in real life. So we
Yeah,
do offer those at the Regis, and I utilize them as well. So, and it just solidifies the relationship a little bit deeper.
yeah,
So
for sure.
that's wonderful. So, you chose business brokering as your niche, you know what I mean? And you're killing it, you're learning. So how do you see EXP commercial and yourself like to be in alignment to fulfill your goals in business brokering?
Yeah, business brokerage has, I've really leaned into it and I have to say it just flows to me. So, as you said, like showing up, I joined on with the CVBBA, which is the Carolinas Virginia Business Broker Association. In that, I'm with the IBBA, International Business Brokers Association. So, all of this wouldn't be possible if it weren't for eXp. So I learned about that and I just kind of leaned into it. The leads flow from the residential side a lot. And then we have a discount with IBBA. So we take the 3 classes through IBBA and then you have the membership discount. So all of that is really instrumental in how I do my business brokerage. And so going to those conferences and meeting those folks who are also in business brokerage, even though they're with different firms, again, staying plugged in with other business brokers, that's just another avenue that I can explore, to create those relationships and, pass leads to each other, you know?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fantastic. You're killing it, Cheryl. So I'll pass it back to you, Lindy.
yeah, for sure. Well, and some of the here's something that I think a lot of people don't understand is that selling a business is it's definitely different than selling commercial real
It
estate, right?
really
Because
is. Yeah,
there's no property involved with it. Not usually, right? I mean, sometimes it
right.
can be, but also, I mean, and that's where we said a second ago, you can't sell businesses at eXp Realty because there's just so much more complex. So that's why we offer it here to our eXp commercial agents. But looking up, I mean, I've seen before where there's over 33 million small businesses just in the US alone. And
I
with things
know.
that are coming down the pipe in a sense with the economic climate that we're kind of currently going through and sort of what
Hmm.
2024, maybe 2025 is going to look like. I think there's a huge opportunity for business brokers across the US to
Yeah,
really plug in to help some of these business owners as they're needing to transition themselves, as they need to make some changes. I would imagine that with that large volume that's out there, and you said you're constantly getting leads from eXp Realty, do you foresee yourself in the next, 2, 3, 4, 5 years building a team and having a
Hmm.
team of other business brokers, or what does your next 3 to 5 years look like?
So I've moved into a lot of counseling. I think that that might be the way that I'm going to grow some more. I did take SEPA courses, so I'm a certified exit planning advisor. So I can work with business owners 3 to 5 years out, help them grow value in the business before they're ready to sell the business. And I'm about relationships. So that helps me create that relationship with those business owners and have that ongoing, and just kind of be a resource for them. So I think, I think counseling is a good move for me. Just kind of incorporating it into what I'm already doing because I love what I do. I get to work from home. I make my own schedule, although my schedule rules me. But I'm, I'm here. I'm here with the family, but I'm also very disciplined and very dedicated to what I do. And so if can just add another layer to what I'm already doing, it's that much better.
I love that so much. And, again, I'm so excited that we got to have you on as a guest today.
Thank
You're such a
you.
breath of fresh air. It's so great to get to watch you come in from almost like infant to now you're a grown adult
Yeah,
in the real estate or the commercial real estate world. So, congratulations again on your success. We're super
thank
excited to have
you.
you here. Glad you're with the EXP Commercial. Dr. Bill, thanks for doing this with me again today.
Thank you
Anytime.
so much. You guys, I've
Yeah.
grown immensely in these past, it's going to be 3 years that I've been with eXp
Wow.
here
Yeah.
next month. And it's just, I've grown immensely over these past 3 years. And it's for eXp. It's because of
Mhm.
that. So
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Of course. And thank you all again for watching today. Please follow us on LinkedIn, all of our other social media platforms as well, Instagram, Facebook. Stay up to date with all of the upcoming events that we have going on and all of the great new changes and things that are taking place. We are, bringing a lot of education and information to our agents because of some of the changes that are going on in the economy. So we're making sure everybody's ready and we're helping everyone. But again, thanks for being here today. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.